Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm going to be doing a movie review today, and that is Alita, Battle Angel. It came out in 2019 this year, and it was directed by Robert Rodriguez, and the screenplay was done by James Cameron, and he also produced the film as well. And I just got done watching the film, and I was actually really impressed by this film. This film was very well done, very sophisticated storyline, very good special effects. Alita looks amazing. They really took advantage of the technology, so CGI is definitely top notch. Very innovative. I've never seen anything quite like this before. And this movie is based off a manga that came out in the 90s, and also it's based off a anime film that they did in the 90s as well, which I own the anime, but this film is more closer to the manga than the anime. And yeah, because I can tell there's a lot more richer story and a lot more different things added into this film that I didn't remember seeing in the anime that I have. So I'll just tell you guys a little bit about the story. It's set in the year 2563, way into the future, and it's like 300 years after some kind of major war that happened in a different planet. And it was called the Fall or the Great War, but all the scraps and remains from that war, it's discovered from this Dr. Dyson. He's a scientist. He finds Alita. Well, actually, he calls her Alita because it's based off the name of his deceased daughter. And he takes her and he puts her back together. He rebuilds her, and she has a human brain attached to her as well. He attacks the human brain, and she becomes fully functionable, and she's got all these sets of skills like martial arts, and she's very enhanced, a cyborg. And he gives her this whole new cyborg body and everything, so she's really enhanced, and she's experiencing life. She eats an orange for the first time. He gives her orange, and she eats chocolate for the first time. She's just experiencing life. She goes outside for the first time, and because she wants to experience more life, and she meets this guy that she likes named Hugo, which is a human, and they both like each other. And Hugo introduce Alita to Motorball, which is like a battle royal racing sport played by cyborg gladiators. And so later on in the picture, Alita joins it, the racing sport, and she participates, and she fights along she fights against the cyborg gladiators to win this racing sport. And Hugo, he secretly robs cyborgs, their parts, their scrap, like what Lita was. He robs the parts for this owner of the motorball tournament. He's a bad guy. But Lita finds out that Dr. Dyson, the scientist who rebuilt Alita, she finds out that Dr. Dyson is a bounty hunter who kills cyborg serial killers. So she finds out this information, and then she wants to fight along with him. She wants to fight against these cyborg serial killers. And Dr. Dyson doesn't want her to do that. He actually wants her to live a normal life, and keep her from, harm's way. But she's, frustrated, and she's rebellious, so she goes against what he, wants her to do. And so, she, does everything that he doesn't want her to do. She goes to a bar and she's fighting all these, has-been bounty hunter cyborgs who don't do anything but drink beer and don't do nothing to help out by fighting against these serial killer cyborgs. She just fights them, and she wants them to, join her, but they don't do anything. But she goes and participates in this motorball sport, and these cyborgs are trying to kill her. These serial killer cyborgs and all that stuff, and it's one of those films that it's action packed. It's very fun. And it's a very interesting film. What's interesting is that, whenever she has a fight with somebody, with a robot, it triggers a memory from her past, and things start to get revealed, but you don't have a clear idea of who Alita is, and maybe that will lead up to the second film. I'm sure there'll be sequels to this film because it definitely is very worthy of making a sequel. This is a very rich story that really deserves a lot more character development, and a lot more, revealing of the character. I think that's probably why they did it that way. This was just like the first chapter of the story, and you're still learning about Alita, and that will lead up to the sequels. And I'm fine with that. I mean, some people might be bothered by that, not having enough character development where you learn everything about her past, but it's still interesting enough to watch. I mean, the special effects are really good, the story's good, and I say, like, really, towards the end with the major battles and the fights and the rollerball and everything, it's pretty damn cool. It's really cool. I mean, it's a really fun film to watch. I definitely recommend the film. I really liked it, and it's definitely different. I mean, yeah, it's been done before as far as they made an anime and they made a manga, but not a lot of people know about it. I mean, that's not like extremely mainstream. So this is probably a lot different for a lot of people, so it's definitely, different for a lot of people. And I would say just give it a chance and check it out. It's definitely worth your time. But this is a very different film for Robert Rodriguez, because usually he does like over-the-top gore and action, like, Sin City, Planet Terror, Machete, From Dusk Till Dawn. What was the other film he did? Once Upon a Time in Mexico. He goes from one extreme to another. He'll do that, and then he'll do Spy Kids, which is another extreme. But this film is like his most sophisticated, most intelligent and film he's ever done. So it's very, an interesting film, very rich story, and sophisticated characters, and action-packed with really innovative special effects, and it's a fun ride. It's definitely a fun film to watch. I definitely recommend the film. I was, never bored with the film. It was very entertaining, to me. So I definitely recommend it. And, for people that are interested, give it a chance, and, let me know what you guys think of Alita Battle Angel in the comments. So this is my review of Alita Battle Angel, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I hope you guys have a good day. Talk to you later.